Hello and welcome back to Transport Fever 2. We're looking at our express lines tunnel and not very pretty, was it? No, I wasn't quite happy with that, and lots of terrain glitching going on. Possibly not structurally sound either. We've also just got the express gone by that, or is going by, that we were riding at the end of the episode, last episode. I'm not sure what we'll ride on today. We'll figure that out as we go around the map. It's going to be all about checking up on all of our lines. However, before we do that, I did install Badger Hax's building blocks. And we're going to have a little transition before we get going. I couldn't live with it. It was either move all the tunnel or do that. I prefer that. This is not going to be a big detailing episode. If you're interested in all the detailing side, that is what my recreation series are for. Series are for. Then you'll get to see me build these structures and exactly how I use the tools. I will go over them briefly. We've got a little bit of work underway over at Prince's Risborough. The station is having a little bit of a construction fest. We'll take a look at that. But there's more to this tunnel. UI is up, and I can just hear in the background our commuter on this line, which was waiting for Express. It doesn't matter for me that it was waiting, as it's not designed for multiple trains or multiple services just yet. It is designed for multiple trains, but the blocking doesn't need to be amazing. And there goes the train we were riding towards the end of the previous episode. Lovely. Right, so there's our transition. Looks a bit sparse at the moment, on top anyway. It is a concrete monstrosity, but hopefully it's a little tidier. All of these blocks are just that. I'll briefly show you what I was using. There we go. We've got these here. These first two are what I was using. I think I shoved them up to like 3 meters. And you've got various textures you can use. Concrete, stone. Now we'll go and take a look at the stone over the other side. And then all your various tools here to scale them on various axes. So there you go. That is the tool set you can use if you would like. If you are looking into a bit of detailing, I've got it in there for you now. It'll be in the save game once I've done a few more additions to the map, so you get to toy around and perhaps even have a look at how this was all put together. If you do want to get into that, perhaps you've done it in Skylines modded or Planet Coaster, which has a whole bunch of fancy asset placement tools built in. We are lacking a key few, which is copy and paste. Don't have that, and we can't move or adjust things once they're in place. No, you have to delete it and go again. Things do take a little while in Transport Fever. If you get it wrong, then you're going to be messing about quite a bit. But the end result doesn't look too bad. I was thinking about this before we get going, and it looks a bit bare on top. And if we look over there, they're extending their road out this way. What's that? That's the little passenger train. So what we could do is build us a road over there. What this actually is just that cutting at the side and then the tunnel here. So we can safely build a road across the top. I'd like to go for something quite high to make our lives a little easier. But if we bring that out, something like that, and in fact we can go across the other side. And there we go, give us a nice flat surface to work on. I believe we can build us a nice country road across the top. Not one way. There we go. So we'll get us a flat section. And we'll try and make it parallel with the edges of the bridge there. It might not be perfect, but it doesn't matter if it isn't. And then we can go across like that. This bridge will not work. However, this one should. Yeah, this one you can get away without having any sort of feet going down or support from the bridge. The iron bridge there. There we go. Now, while that doesn't look great at the moment, something you could do is get those building blocks. I won't do it today. I do want to maintain this series as more gameplay, as actually playing the financial side rather than detailing. Doesn't mean we're not going to detail though. No, I can't help myself, as you've possibly noticed here. If we hold C, we can freeform it, and we could indeed, like, hide underneath if we wanted to. You can hold shift and rotate as well, something like that. Get it sort of lined up, and you could then bring it underneath. I'll go away and do that before the next episode, but I do like this road idea. That's pleasant, yeah. So we can continue that off. We'll send that round to meet up with the town road that they're building themselves. What we'll do though is we'll purchase this to prevent the AI from changing this road and building and messing up our scenery. There we go. And then we can continue off up here. I don't know what we're doing with it. It's just going to go off that way somewhere. We'll even try and avoid the trees. Should we try and thread the needle between those trees? Those two there. And then we'll just join into this slower road. There we go. Not really much purpose to that road. Let's get some early for official episode in. It does technically join to the road to Romsey. It will go this way. Very slow way round. I'm a little curious as to see whether they will use that. Anybody at all. I doubt it. It's not the quickest way to get round there, but who knows? They might head over there. But already, if you come down here, it looks a little better, doesn't it? And if I concrete that up around the edges there and make it look a little more like it's supposed to be there, yeah, that'll look the business. I like that. But so there we go. There we go. Do we prefer that a little better to what we had before? It's not perfect, but it's kind of pleasant. There's even a little bit of detailing under here. These thin, like iron bar things that I've got going on. I've tried to get it so the catenary is coming out. Is that another train? It is. We do actually need to double up on these. I don't know when to send one out. Not double up. That would be a horrendous amount of trains for this line. No, what do we need to do? I did say I was going to add at least one or two. Should we do one? I'm not sure where it's going to come out of or which way it's going to head. I guess we'll find out. Yeah, man, we'll add one. Let's duplicate you. We want to keep the frequency up. It's not going to make as much money at the moment as we do have. Oh, you're coming out that way. So you're going to wait possibly at this signal, aren't you? Do we have another signal up there? Well, we do, don't we? No, that's on the express line. So you're going to sit there. Do we have another train coming? We do. That was awful timing. It doesn't really matter. They'll space themselves out given how we've got our blocking. It's mainly only blocking at the station. But yes, yeah, there we go. I do like that. It's a little better. I got a little carried away with these things here. These iron beams going across the top there. Just some sort of pretend support. Is that a train? That's the express, isn't it? Picked up some speed. Look at you go. Yeah, doing 87 down there. And we've still got our local service. Just pulling out now, which means you've probably pulled into the station. Yeah, we'll pull up to that signal. Lovely. Right. We've got to check up on our lines, haven't we? Because we're a bit busy down here. And it was suggested we put the diesel on, which we might do. The problem with the diesel compared to our current slowest steam engine is it's not as powerful. And I believe these are already struggling a little bit. Let's just go to details. What we got? What we got? Well, they're not really, are they? I mean, it says mediocre, but they get up to top speed within 2.5 kilometers. It's not ideal for a passenger service, but that's going to be quite a bit slower. Not much slower. Would you like to see diesels? I think you would, wouldn't you? Our only diesel we've got is limited to 75, so we can use these same carriages. There's no point using the more expensive ones. As I believe we worked out that a carriage doesn't only calculate based on seats, but also a potential top speed, regardless of whether you get up to there. So having the faster ones on will just cost us more money. We may gain one extra person, but it's going to be as a power to seat ratio, not the best. Right, let's replace all these. I'm going to put the diesel on. We're going to have the same colour scheme. So what we're going to do, we're going to get our diesel and we're going to colour him the same as our, it's the Scotsman, isn't it? Yeah, Flying Scotsman down there. It won't be perfect, something like that, or would it be the darker one? I think that's too dark. Yeah, something like that. And we'll colour it and keep it sort of the same colour, colour scheme, which means we'll need our maroon coaches on the back as well, which is these ones. I think that's just straight up that, isn't it? So we're going to have 7 on the back. 140 capacity, is that right? Yes, it is. We'll replace those for 17.5 million. We've got diesels now instead of steam. We still have some steam engines, so we haven't completely got rid of them just yet. There we go. We'll add another one on there because, as we was about to take a look at before we changed them to diesels, we're not keeping up with this at all. Although this was going to be a little shuttle service down into the lower section of Lee, we've got further issues back here as well. However, our backlog of passengers here isn't just Mablethorpe to Sandhurst branch line, it's also the Aylsham to Loughton line, which is getting very busy, and we only put 1 train on, didn't we? No, two trains. So all I'm going to do with this one, because we can afford to let it wait, is we're going to take 2 straight out of our, what is essentially a temporary depot over there. Let's hope they're coming out. Yeah, there we go. We've got 1 coming out. But this is getting very busy. Look at that. They're using that crossover. Oh, isn't that nice? Talking of this, we've got to fix Mitchell Dean. I didn't put the underpass in. Thank you for that in the comments, by the way. Yeah, completely forgot. So we'll do that straight after. As there goes our new train. Our other one isn't going to come out until this one has left. And depending where the other one is, good. It's nowhere near. So these 2 should get underway. And likewise, they should be spaced out or maintain their spacing due to how we've got minimal blocking on the sections between stations. We may need to adjust that slightly later on. There we go. I love that people are using our little underpass and our path we've got in between that we put in ourselves. Isn't that cool? There we go. Smooth your path out a little bit. It's never going to be smooth. There we go. They're going to go under their underpass there. And are you going to come out and walk across? There we go. And then they'll go down the little stairs and onto the other station there. A little bit of hovering. Why not? We are in 1969. Definitely hover shoes were a thing. There's lots of hover shoes going on. Bit of a sale going on. I guess we could get some of those building blocks and build a bit of a walkway there so they don't hover. But that is too much detail, isn't it? Really? These are lovely trains. I love these. Right, anyway, should we go and take a look at our diesels? They're not going to be hard to find, are they? There's plenty going on. I was hoping to see one in a... Ooh, look at this. There we go. We've got new diesels. Sort of the colour scheme. It might be the darker one, you know, given how that looks. Yeah, I don't want to redo it though. We'll stick with a brighter green. It's not too bad, is it? It sort of gets the you get the feeling of it being like the Scotsman before. Dive down here, take another look at it come by. I do like the sound. I mean, that's going to have a decent amount of noise pollution, isn't it? Oh, the sound of the carriages going by. I do love that about Transport Fever. Right, so we've got an extra one of those on, and you're probably parked up, aren't you, trying to get on because of our blocking? Yes, you are. You're just coming out now. Perfect timing. Look at that. going over the crossing. Isn't that nice? There we go. You can hear all the industrial sounds as they're working away. There's a kind of it is the industrial area, isn't it, for Lee there. Lee's getting quite big. We still have a lot of passengers waiting to go to Romsey from Lee. But we've just added another train. You are going to wait there for quite a while. Yeah, it's okay. It could be better. I thought we'd need a little a tram going between the two of these, but they seem to be keeping up. It's only really once we get a train full. These are... Oh, you're full. I was going to say these are probably not going to have many people on board. I take that back. Right, Mitchell Dean, we're not finished with you, are we? No, because I put these in and made a point of putting those in and explaining it and then just didn't finish it. So let's finish that so they're not all teleporting across the platforms. Miscellaneous. And I'll tell you what, we'll go something like that and like that. So we've got this one should go direct here. I don't know whether it actually works like that underground. We'll see. And this one is just a short one to that platform there. I mean, we could have them like that. I'm going to try it like that and see what happens. We still want to cover it though. So what we're going to do is have a matching covering going across all the way from the station building. There we go. Let's see how they use that. They shouldn't teleport in now, which would be lovely. Yeah, there we go. Are you going to use it? No, you're just going to walk across it. I don't know what you're doing. What are you doing? Is someone using that one up there? No one's using it, guys. Come on. We've got... Do we have people over there? Oh, we're on the wrong platform. I said we wouldn't use P1, but there we have it. We are using P1. Let's change Lee to P2, and then we might see people actually using the underpass. Are you going to use that underpass, or are you going to use this one, as that would be the only one connected to this platform? If that is the case, that's kind of nice. Well, they are coming out of there. Is anybody coming down here? Right, Leo, no, you're all walking over it. Yeah, pretend it's not there. I think it is the case, isn't it? They're only going to here, as far as I can tell. Which means if anybody goes down this set of stairs, they're going to come out here. And if they go down that set of stairs, or I don't know. I didn't see you go down there. So I'm not entirely sure yet. We'll have to let's keep an eye on that. I'll watch them one day, or you can if you want to download the map once this is updated. There we go. You're using the correct platform. I'm still tempted to make this a split platform. Yes, it's an idea. We'll toy around with that later on, but that's not what we're doing today. I did promise I'd show you the building works that are going on at Princess Risborough. There we go. It's got some extra detailing going on there. I've tried to make it look like the roof is part of it. Ignore the edges. The edges I've left in there, and the top. The top isn't finished by a long shot. To show you roughly what I'm doing, if you highlight all the different blocks here. There we go. But as you can see, rather than this being one piece, I started with the bottom section and it was pleasant and nice, but then I thought, okay, we're going to go big on this and it's going to connect under the bridge there. And then it'll get smaller as it goes along the side. But that's what I'm working on currently at Upper Princess Risborough. These are going to be all bricked in and should look nice. Just so we can hide all the gubbins going on with the terrain there. Do we like that? It's not bad, is it? It looks nice on a cab ride. Perhaps we'll head that way for a bit of a cab ride on the way back, because you won't see most of it. We're going to hide a bit of this arch with some bricks. And then I've got to decide what I'm doing on the other side. Oh, too late. I was going to jump on board. It doesn't look too bad. We'll save that for the end. We're going to leave our new services to calm down a little bit. We did put a new one on here, didn't we? Let's double check. Yes, we've got a new one on there. We only had 4 on before. We've just got another diesel on here. Should we check the power ratings for this compared to the steam engine? The Flying Scotsman. Multiple Flying Scotsman. Look at that. 1.2 million that just made as we clicked on it. What is your power light? Still mediocre, which is pleasant. Yeah, that's not too bad. The other one was what, 2.5 kilometers, just under. And this is a little shy of 3 kilometers. Again, not ideal for a fast commuter. But it's debatable whether this is a proper commuter or a sort of express slash branch line, isn't it? You kind of get the a mix and match of various trains on those. So yeah, this kind of works as one of those. It's going to take a while for us to catch up, although I believe that is the first time I've seen that not blue. And is there a train that's just left? Well, not really. It's nearly to Romsey, so it's been gone quite a while. Let's see how you pull out. Are you gonna... You're thrashing. Look at you go. Yeah, give it some, or give it everything. There we go. That's pleasant. Yeah, it's nice to have diesels on there, isn't it? We've got a bit of everything now. Any issues here? I don't think so. Are we keeping up with this? Charts, consumers. 98%. We are not. Well, I feel like we actually need slightly longer platforms then. It's a tough call, isn't it? I feel like we might not have long enough platforms. How many do we have on here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Is that 7 times 4? That'll be 14, 28, so 280. And what's the capacity of this? 260. We should be fine, shouldn't we? Yeah, I have a feeling... Oh, you know what it is, don't you? These do interact with our commuter line. We've just made it a little busier as well. So we may need an extra carriage on both of these just to account for any times we're held up. Because it won't matter if we're sat waiting. Tell you what we'll do is we'll just stick one of those on the back. It is the newer ones, these as well, isn't it? Well, I guess we'll find out. There we go, 273. Yeah, we're going to have a brown one on the back. I don't know why. It'll just be there. Oh, what we got here? New buses. I love those buses. MAN SL192. Hovercraft. I guess we've got to get that in somewhere. And an express train. Look at that. BR103.1. Right, get those changed. I want a bit of headroom there. And we've got the standard colour on the back. That kind of works though, doesn't it? Yeah, I like that. There we go. I mean, it's probably a little brutal, isn't it, on these tiny trains now is maybe the issue. Should we go more power? I mean, finances-wise, well, it's a tough one. They're not really going to get any more speed, are they? Manage vehicle. Let's just... I can't... Oh, what's going on there? Ah, I know what's going on. Yes, we've got length issues, haven't we? Our back end is now going to be too long. So, I don't think changing the infrastructure is going to be the way forward. I feel like having a more powerful loco to deal with this is going to be the way forward. So let's modify these. We're going to get rid of the current ones on there. They're these, aren't they? The RE44s. They cost 1.1 million. It's going to be quite the boost in maintenance costs. As much as I'd love to run these, because I mean they're beefy. Not as beefy as these, but they're cheaper with more power. None of these are going to take advantage of the speed of the carriages. These are slightly overkill, and goodness me, how is that even a passenger? It is, isn't it? A passenger express, fast passenger express. That's got some serious power. That is going to be our new express train, that's for sure. We don't have any carriages yet. I don't think that take advantage of the full speed, but at least we can get out the station very, very quickly. Yeah, should we go with these? We're not going to make nearly as much money on them, but I don't mind that. We'll go, yeah, we'll go red with these. We'll just leave them. Oh no, not double. That's too much. We'll take these back off. We don't want the extra length on there really. And there we go. We've got the same capacity, but we should get around quite a bit faster. So we'll modify those and tidy all those up. We should have a little bit more space now, is what I'm hoping. Are you going to get out? Are we going to have to flip you and flip you back? Will you edge up? Oh, this is awkward, isn't it? You're stuck. It's going to have to be a temporary crossover, isn't it? I think we can sort of fix it by going like that. There we go. Just quickly use that one, sir. Can we flip you around? Come on, this isn't helping. Which way are you going to go? Are you going to use this temporary? Are you going to go that way now? Oh, I think we concertinaed it up, didn't we? Right, get rid of that. There we go. Lovely. He's on his way. Did you sort yourself out up here? You did. I mean, he's not really pulling away extremely quick, is he? So this upgrade was definitely warranted. What sort of rate do we have? 606. Is that the rate we need? Was it 600? If it's a little over, that's perfect. 600, yes. So hopefully we'll get to see that at 100%. Give it a little while. It's going to be a bit of a mess at the moment. We've got over 260 there. Should be about level now. It's definitely going to handle this grade quite a bit better, isn't it? Yeah, we're getting up to speed a lot sooner. Right, we'll check back up on that. See what the finance difference is as well. How are our planes doing? I think these are just making us a pleasant amount of money. I don't think we should mess with these at the moment. I've got plenty of goods there. What sort of profits are you making? Ridiculous amounts. 45.4 million. Goodness me. Ah, planes. Planes. They certainly make you a lot of money. You just can't shift a lot though compared to other modes of transport. Didn't we get new trucks? We did. Yeah, are we actually keeping up here though? Are you keeping up? I don't think you are. You do have the beefy unit on the front though. Yes, there is an issue here, isn't there? We don't nearly have long enough platforms. So I think we've got no choice but to do a little bit of station extension. Lovely. Right. What sort of rates do we have? It's going to be tough to hit the 1200 on these, with, especially this one with a single train. Not so much this, although I think our passing loop has technically moved. Looking at it, yeah, we're a little bit far down the line there, aren't we? And you are going to wait at our signal up here. Where's our signal? Just there. Are you going to wait? I'm going to say, oh yes, by quite a way, aren't you? Yeah, we need to move that down further that way, don't we? Because they're a lot more powerful when they're empty. Although, I would like to add at least 2 more wagons on the back of this guy. So it's going to change all our timing. So let's not do that yet. But let's at the very least increase our capacity a touch. There we go. We'll see what that does. We need to do it to the other one as well. There we go. And then we'll change where our passing loop is. Right. Good timing on this. Let's throw a couple more wagons on the back of this one as well. We're just going to add plain ones on the back so we can see where we've upgraded. There we go. We messed you up. I don't think so. You're almost as long as the platform, aren't you? It's pretty much perfect. Look at you go. There we go. You're going to load a whole bunch now. We're over 1,000. That's pleasant. Obviously, these line rates are sort of penciled in to start with, as they're based on running empty, I believe, when it first calculates them. and then eventually it does it the actual line rate that's being achieved per year though, so it can go all over the place. I think it goes via the last 12 months. It's like a running average. Yeah, right, let's get you full. Yeah, coal was nowhere near keeping up. Look at the state of that. Right, we may need to try and go overboard then with coal to get rid of some of this iron. Not that it matters, really. Right, there we go. Let's get 21 wagons on you. That's 1,045. How much do we carry? 273. How much room do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is that 7 again? 6, 7. That's 280 then. So we've got enough. 273. Yeah, we've got enough. We've got the same thing as we've got going on with the fish, haven't we? Yeah, so that should be pleasant. I'm not sure how far that's moved our passing point and in which direction. I feel like because we're a lot more powerful when we're empty, it's going to be in a different place regardless, isn't it? Regardless of how heavy we make these. Because we're just making this heavier. A lot heavier than that. Yeah. Oh, our poor passing loop. Do you remember how perfect this was? I could try holding one of the trains up, but it will still eventually even itself out and end up like this as it tries to space itself out evenly. Yeah, we're definitely going to need it somewhere down there. In fact, we could probably not have this bit at all. We could maybe just cross over like this and join in that way. Yeah, so it will be a little tidier. We'll have to toy with that once we've got the ideal line rate, which we still don't have. This is going to take a little while. And you did say you broke 1,000. Not anymore. Well, we'll see. We'll see. We've definitely got the capacity on the platform. This is a lot more than 7 now, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This is 8. So what are the other ones? 280 and plus another 40. So 3 something. 320. Yeah, we can add a few more carriages on this. A few more wagons. Well, I'll tell you what. I'll add a couple more wagons on you then. And at the risk of losing even more. There we go. Please tell me you didn't lose too much. We're up to 299 now. We do have room for a couple more. Possibly. I think we're going to struggle. It's just such a short little run, isn't it? Ideal would be a nice little conveyor belt running down there. Well, it's not that short. I was actually quite surprised when I looked over to where our steel mill was. Yeah, that's a good distance away. That's a little tidier though. We'll check up once it's settled down. Oh yes, part of that issue is going to be that we're held up with the passing loop. I forgot about that. So we do need to tidy that up. We do have the new tarpaulin trucks on here. We're still not keeping up, are we, with deliveries? Suppliers. We're only transporting a total of 80% to the steel mill. So we're not actually delivering all the steel. No. Which should translate back here to a bit of a backlog in steel. Which it is. Right, quickly. Pause that. Can we fit another wagon on? And is it going to be enough? I don't think it's going to be enough to increase the throughput to whatever this is asking for now. We need a bit more delivery going on. So this might be a case of going with a bit more oomph as well. That we've got to carry 400. Yeah, I'm going to say we're going to get a little bit more delivery rate going on there, aren't we? Just by changing the loco as well. So we'll get the 1042 on the front there. In fact, let's colour that one, shall we? They're all different colours on here. We'll go with a darker teal though. There we go. Get you on there. What do you look like? Oh, that's a pleasant colour, isn't it? Here we are, like that. Let's get on this view, but we'll spin it around and take a look at our train. You can use the cursor keys and WASD. Wazad. Yeah, that's nice. I like it in that colour, guys. We'll see what that does for the line rate. We're just going to keep tweaking them and then coming back, keeping an eye on them. We've only got 810 on the coal. I think we've got to, yeah, we've got to hit 1200 on that as well. Which, as we've seen, it's gonna be a struggle. Oh, you've still got that. And are these the old coal wagons? I'm not sure, but anyway, yeah, that's not going to be nearly enough, is it? Are these the old ones or the new ones? Well, I'm going to change the front one to the series 1042 anyway. Or I wanted to colour that black, didn't I? That would have been amazing. Although, no, we've got a black one over the other side. We'll have this one in its default red. Right, you're going to pick up quite a bit more, I'd imagine. Now, line rate's going to be shifting upwards. This is going to take some tweaking, isn't it? Goodness me. Yeah, it might be worth waiting for the next wagons. I don't know when they unlock. No, we will not shirk our responsibilities. We'll get this all tidy. However, I might try and work it out for us between episodes and then just have the correct amount on there. I would like to see what sort of increase just changing this loco had, though. We did throw was it just a single wagon on the back? We're certainly going to have a better frequency on that, which in turn is going to increase the line rate. So, yes, and we've got more capacity on there as well. In fact, do you know what? Looking at it, I think at least one extra wagon on the back is going to be, there we go, flat car on the back is going to be required. We may have issues with this being quite a short platform. Do we have the room to extend it? Yes, if we change this layout a little bit. We could always go this way, which would actually make us closer to here, which will give us a little bit more money as well. So, yes, that is a better option. I don't know whether we can squeeze in another platform length. Yeah, we should be able to. Maybe two. We can always have that on the side as well. Right, you go pick up your goodies. Yeah, you're not going to store many, are you? We've only, what you got? Like 1, 2, 3, 4? So that's going to be 860. That's all you're carrying. How much do you carry? 156. Look at that. I've been fluking those figures a little bit, haven't I? With the length of the platforms to the length of the trains. The reason you want to get the length of the platform, similar to the capacity of one of your trains, is as you want to be pulling up and emptying the platform, and it wants to be getting full just as you're pulling in. So ideally they want to level up, which is why at some points in the game, splitting them into two, it makes things a lot easier to manage and keep up with the demand. Especially when you get into the 1200 mark, because 1200 is a lot, and I believe both of these now want 1200 delivery. Consumers, yeah, both of these got hit 1200 as well, which, as you can see, it's going to be ridiculously large, isn't it? At the moment, with this layout anyway, it might be worth splitting into two trains, because we're a good way off, aren't we? We need to be at not far off another 400. So yeah, that's a lot more train, isn't it? And a lot more platform. So I think what we do with this is split them into two trains, and the same possibly up here. It might be time to split this down to two trains, which will actually work quite nice for our transition we've put in up here, where we hand off our goods there. What is it? Our fuel, yeah, to this train. It's only one train at the moment. We're quite obviously not keeping up here either. Goodness me. Yeah, you are not. You're not doing it anymore, are you? Have you upgraded? You have. Yeah, we've got to get that up to what? 800? We have indeed. Dear, oh dear. That's a lot, isn't it? Yeah, isn't it 1 for 1 up here as well? Yeah. I think it's just time for the 1042. We're going to save this for our passenger line. We're going to get that. And the same again. We're going to add more cargo wagons to the back. Couple. I'm going to go 4. It might be too many though. This platform we might need to adjust. We do have a little bit of room to go that way, so we don't have to break off our gentle curve up the hill there. And it's quite the climb, isn't it? It's a little bit similar to what's going on that way with our passenger line. But we'll see what that does for us. 668 is its first guesstimation. That might be accurate. We've still got the... Oh, we've still got the crocodile running that. Yeah, which is not a bad loco to be running that, as we don't get up to top speed. But you know what we are missing there? We're missing out on max potential speed. It's time to retire our crocodiles completely. I believe that might be the last one as well. Get the 1042 as its replacement. There we go, modify that. It's a little bit shorter as well, wasn't it? I actually do love how dirty these are, even though it's representing their age. And they're a bit louder because reasons. But yeah, they look kind of used instead of nice and brand new. That's rarely how freight trains look. Except maybe for ones that have just been built. But yeah. Ooh, official episode just here. I bet I haven't... Oh yeah, when we built this, we were in no position, were we, to do any of this. Look at all that money we just thrown down on the ground. That's how we're filling up the side of the track. We're just throwing money down and then covering it with a little bit of dirt and grass. It's obviously not what we're doing, but it might as well be. Right then. We'll see how that does. I do feel like... Oh, take it back. I'm going to say I do feel like splitting those into two trains, but if you can manage it. I'm not keen on these residential buildings. I've decided to move. This is what you'll find with, if you really do care a lot about noise pollution, your residents will do things like move next to a rail line. And it will really throw your numbers off around here. So, yeah, don't worry about it too much. As long as your city isn't in decline in a major way, it's okay to do that. It's okay to let that happen. How are we doing? Back up to... We've done a complete circle there almost, haven't we? We're doing okay, I think, there. Our mountain railway is just doing its thing, isn't it? It's rather pleasant. Still need to extend the road, but that's not what today's about. We've done a lot of building over the last few episodes, so I really wanted to just tweak a few of the lines, and they are looking pleasant. Where is... our HQ? How are we doing? I don't think much has changed. No, not much has changed, has it? But let's take a look. We've got a company score of 45 at the moment. I ignore that it went down. That's sad. Yeah, we've got new tankers we could put on here as well. Dear oh dear. Lots of updates to do. Lots of upgrades. There we go, 45 again. Lovely. Lots of money we've made. I'll slowly drag us down here. Profit last 12 months. 80 million. Road vehicles 55. Top speed 400 miles an hour. That's definitely not an aircraft. 46. Now you can start paying attention to that score. Lovely. There we go. Lots of money. What's our company worth? Our company value is 2.5 billion nearly. Isn't that wonderful? Charts. Balance. All the way up. There we go. Tracks also going up. Is that... That's not bridges, is it? No, that's total track. Bridges down there. Are bridges and tunnels sort of even? I'm sort of favouring tunnels over bridges. I wonder if we can balance that just as a side game later on. That could be interesting. Towns, population growth. What is the population of the map? Heading towards 17,500 actual little people. Well, not little people, little Sims. Yeah, they're not real people, are they? Although they are in my eyes. I don't know where I'm going with that. Anyway, yes, 17,500 approaching. It's a modest little building, isn't it? I'm going to do it, guys. I'm going to upgrade these before we get on a train. We're not keeping up, are we? So yes, a quick upgrade of those. We've only got 4 running it. And we'll get the tankers on. I don't think we've had a look at the tankers much. There he goes. He's going to go and pick up a few more gallons. I don't know what you... Yeah, a few more gallons of fuel. for delivery into Loughton. Do we want to... Oh, I know what we want to ride. We want to ride into my station, don't we? My new station. Or I would like to. Alright guys, we're on board our local service heading up to Princess Risborough so we can start to appreciate some of the building work that they're doing over there. Obviously it's me that's doing it, but it does look a little better. It's starting to look a little more enclosed and a little more unique. The mod will be added to my mod list. All of the links are available below this video in the description. So go and grab what you want. If you don't like the building block side of things, I'm going to try and keep that to a minimum. In this series, however, there are plenty of building stuffs going on in Scotland that we'll be returning to after this series. And then I've got some plans for after Scotland to keep things smaller. Alright guys, that's been it. I'll leave you to head into the station. Thank you for watching, and until next time, take care.